Now we're going to talk about the Bass Pro Shop Speed Shad. Well, you talk about a lure that is trending. A lot of people don't consider this on something you're going to fish on the surface, but I'm going to tell you, I've been in Florida and I fish these things along the surface a lot of times. You can also fish them down 20 foot deep. I like this double barb swim bait head by Swampers. It really allows you to keep this lure up on there. But when I'm wanting to fish it close to the surface, I'm going to use those lighter ounces, the 1/4 ounce, the 3/8, things like that, to keep those heads up there, hold my rod tip high, and really keep that lure along the surface. Even though you're only 6 to 12 inches from the surface of the water, it's the same time of year that you're catching fish on top water. Now I like this anytime I'm calling fish up deeper, or if there's a good chop on the water. A lot of times if there's too much wind and too much chop on the water, the fish cannot find the topwater lure. They cannot find the buzz bait. But if they see that lure coming just under the surface, they're going to come up and they're going to smoke it. Now, let's go take a look at this lure and how it runs with that paddle tail along the surface of the water. Again, when fishing on the surface, it's not necessarily a topwater plastic lure that floats. This Bass Pro Shop Speed Shad is one of my favorites. Keeping the rod tip high, keeping that lure along the surface creates some awesome strikes. Again, bass are feeding up. I like this when I'm covering big flats. I've done this technique at Lake Okeechobee, all over the country. Lake Oneida, it's a great technique that works. Bass are looking up, not at topwater traditionally, but bass feeding near the surface.